Hello everyone, I'm Andy Hodges with your Sebastian Daily News on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Today we're in a park actually in Barefoot Bay. Nice part of the Sebastian area. We're here today to look at some of the COVID-19 numbers. Barefoot Bay doing really well right now, and we'll get into that in a minute. You can catch our newscasts on Xfinity Channel 1098, Buzz TV, in case you want to watch us on television. Again, it's Xfinity Channel 1098, Buzz TV for all of Sebastian. If you have Xfinity, you can watch us there. 89 degrees and fair in Sebastian, Florida. Overnight low tonight, 80 degrees. That's right, tonight, the low, 80 degrees. It's going to be hot tonight. Scattered showers and thunderstorms today and throughout the weekend. This rain's going to be coming and going. So if you do have plans this weekend, the only day that if you're a boater and you're planning on going out on the boat, there's going to be some wind gusts of up to 20 miles per hour for Saturday. But then Sunday looks good. But you know, you're gonna be into some rain either way, because we've got these systems out on the Gulf and the Atlantic right now, and they're giving us all this rain. So that's the reason for all this rain. So like I said, choppy seas on Saturday with the wind gusts. Other than that, I mean, it should be a good weekend. Just take an umbrella wherever you go. And speaking of the tropics, there are 6 disturbances right now in the Atlantic. I'm laughing because of all the years that we've been covering hurricanes, we've not seen a year like this year. I mean, what else could happen, right? In 2020, we have 6 disturbances right now. Audio good? 6 disturbances right now. And let me tell you about this real quick. We have 2 tropical storms, Paulette and Renee, that are out there spinning in the Gulf. Now, there's no threat to Florida at this time. I want to emphasize that. No threat at all, despite all these disturbances that are going on and 2 tropical storms. There's no threat right now for Florida. In fact, Paulette and Renee are not a threat to Florida. Forecasters say that those storms are going to go north and then, you know, onward out to sea. So we're fine with those storms. The one that we're watching right now is a storm that they're saying it's going to be a tropical depression this weekend, and that storm is heading towards the Caribbean Sea right now. And as long as it stays west, it's not going to get near us. But the concern is once it gets to the Caribbean Sea, some forecasters are claiming that it's going to it could take a turn to the northwest. But the National Hurricane Center is not saying that at all. They're just saying right now it's just going to continue west. Now, we're a whole week or 2 away from this. So, you know, right now, don't worry about it. There's no storms heading our way right now. We just have to be cautious since we're in the hurricane-prone area. Anything can change and anything can happen. But we're pretty accurate on Renee and Paulette. They are not going to get close to us. They are going to turn out to sea. We're okay with that. What we will have is a lot of rain, scattered showers, and that kind of thing this weekend and coming up this week. So, you know, bring an umbrella, like I said. Let's see. And, you know, whatever changes, we will update you. So if you don't hear us talking about the hurricanes or publishing an article about it, it really means there's no threat. We just don't want to keep posting articles about a hurricane or a tropical depression or a storm that may not ever happen, you know, in Sebastian. So just want to let you know that. Let's see. Well, hey, starting Monday, here's some good news. Sebastian bars will reopen at 50% capacity. This is really good news since Florida bars were shut down throughout the state on June 26. Earl's Hideaway Lounge, Captain Hiram's, Tiki Bar and Grill, and the Pareidolia Brewing Company have remained somewhat open because they have a food license. The bars technically have not really been open, but if you have to eat food to be served. So that was kind of like a loophole with them on how they had remained open under these tight restrictions. But businesses like Mash Monkeys, where they craft their own, beer, they don't have a food license because they are in the business just to focus on beer. They're not in the business to cook or to have a menu of food. They are focused on what they do best, and that's craft beer. They have been closed, unfortunately, and they've done curbside pickup and to-go orders. In fact, we even ordered a few of those for the past couple of weeks. But the good news is they are going to be able to open on Monday indoors, 50% capacity, and we really need to help them out. Mash Monkeys has been one of the, if not the only place in town that has not been open. We really need to support them. We don't want to see that craft brewery hurt any longer. So if you have time this week, visit Mash Monkeys. They really need our help and our local community support. And they also do a lot for our community. So it's a give when it comes to that. Captain Harms announced that they are reopening their big stage on the Sandbar this weekend. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there are some bands playing. We'll get into that in a minute. Earl's Hideaway Lounge is talking about scheduling their bands either next month or possibly earlier. But right now, it looks like next month. We want to give a shout out here. Joe and Vanessa Chiario. They are the couple in Sebastian where they lost their home to that fire that was on August 20th. They are very happy about all the support they've been getting. The Sebastian couple has been overwhelmed by all the assistance, love, and support that they've been receiving since that tragic day. Joe and Vanessa told us, quote, "All of our wonderful neighbors came to us and offered us anything we needed. They supported us spiritually, emotionally, and their generosity was overwhelming," they said. The Red Cross has also been helping the couple. They want to thank everyone for the support, their neighbors. There are people that don't even know them here in Sebastian, and they were offering to help them. They're very grateful for that. They also want to thank the Indian River County Fire Rescue and the Sebastian Police Department. You can read this entire story on SebastianDaily.com. It's right there on the homepage. It's a great story of how the community came together and offered to help this couple. I mean, that's what Sebastian has always been about. And it's great, even though Sebastian has grown, it's still nice to see that compassion and that giving that has made Sebastian really special, especially in my life. I've been seeing this for over 20 years, and it's just really great to see that that part of Sebastian has not changed at all. So that's really good news. Hey, Tuesday, September 15th is the day that voters will go to the polls and decide whether or not to recall Damian Gillums, Pamela Paris, and Charles Malty. So far, there's been nearly 3,100 votes by mail cast, which is a record, by the way. Sebastian is making history with this recall, so make sure you vote on Tuesday on whether or not to recall the 3 council members. There's also great candidates for this upcoming election. Someone asked me the other day, well, which candidates would you vote for? Well, I can't answer that because I work for Sebastian Daily and we're not allowed to endorse people. But I will honestly tell you this. Every single one of those candidates, they're great people. I mean, this is going to be a tough decision for a lot of people to make. They're all great people. They're all great candidates. Whoever wins it, if they get elected, they're going to do great. So that's the message that I'm putting out there. So it's really by the way, we will be live on Tuesday night to cover this election. So again, the polls close Tuesday at 7 o'clock. You can watch us on Sebastian Daily. We will be live to report whether or not the three were recalled, and if so, who are the three candidates to replace them. That'll be coming up on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. For more news, just visit us, sebastiandaily.com. If you want to be part of our newsletter and participate in our polls or have your name drawn in, for some free stuff, make sure you're a newsletter subscriber. Click on newsletter, fill out the form, and you can also receive our breaking news. You know, we don't necessarily publish our newsletter every single day. Right now it's twice a week, but whenever there's breaking news, it goes right out. We don't wait. So like yesterday, we had the breaking news about the bars reopening, so we got that out there right away. Some people said, you know, you just had a newsletter prior today, now you're sending us another email. Well, that second email was a breaking news alert. It wasn't the newsletter. So I just want to put that out there. Let's talk about the events. These events look great because we haven't been able to really do events since this pandemic started. And as we get closer to reopening and things going back to normal, it's great to see places reopening and a schedule of bands, which is Sebastian is also known for. We are known for our great live entertainment. We have people that drive from Vero Beach all the way up to Sebastian to watch our live entertainment, as well as Palm Bay. So it's great to see these musicians getting back on stage. Today at 3 o'clock, Greg and Brian are performing live at Captain Hiram's Sandbar. You gotta call and make reservations. 772-388-8588. That's Captain Hiram's. Make sure if you do show up without making a reservation, make sure that you go right to the waitress stand, the hostess stand that is, and get seated that way. Make sure you bring your mask because anytime you walk around Hiram's, they want you to be wearing a mask. When you're seated, you can take the mask off. Oscar is performing live at Las Palmas Cuban Restaurant tonight at 5 o'clock, as well as Saturday and Sunday. So he's always great to watch. And at 5:30, Kenny Williams will be at Tiki Bar and Grill. At 6 o'clock tonight, Thomas Bowman will be at Paradoya Brewing Company. Also at 6, Kevin McCullers will be performing live at Sandy's Grill. At 7 o'clock, guess what? High school football is back. The Sebastian River High School versus South Fork. That should be a really good game. And that is going to be here in Sebastian at Sebastian River High School. You can also watch the game live. So when you do, if you go to Sebastian Daily and click on events, you'll see what I'm reading right now, the latest article. And then there's a link there that says watch live game. So you can even watch that game from home if you don't want to go to the stadium. And also tonight, 7 o'clock, Resonate is playing at Captain Hiram's Sandbar. Tomorrow, Saturday, 12 p.m., Vinnie Hines will be at Captain Hiram's. At 6 p.m., the Z-Tones will be at Paradoya Brewing Company. At 7 p.m., Head Rush at Captain Hiram's Sandbar. Sunday, NFL Game Day is back. 1 p.m. at Captain Hiram's Sandbar. They got TVs everywhere around the sandbar to watch NFL Game Day. 1 p.m. tomorrow. At 2 p.m., R&D will be performing at Tiki Bar and Grill. And at 6 o'clock, the Syndicate will be on the big stage at Captain Hiram's Sandbar. So it's great. It feels good to get that entertainment out because we've been waiting all summer to try to get some normalcy back into our lives, and it's starting to happen, and it feels good. Let's talk about COVID-19. Things are continuing to improve. We still have an average of 1,800 to about 3,700 new cases per day in Florida. This is very, very low compared to last month when we had 13,000 or 15,000 cases a day, so that's good news. And there hasn't been any new cases here in Barefoot Bay, Mico, Grant, Fellsmere, of all places, or Wabasso, like almost all week now. So that's really, really good news. There has been one new case in the past 2 days in Sebastian. So listen, this is low numbers compared to other cities and other counties, and we're doing everything we're supposed to do to slow this thing down. Let's talk about the numbers. Sebastian, 288. Barefoot Bay, 14. Mico, 7. Grant, 25. Fellsmere, 395. Wabasso, 8. Vero Beach, 2,070. Vero Beach has some minor issues there. The numbers each day are a little high on the high end, and they, like, I'll give you an example. In all of Indian River County, we're up to almost 3,100 cases. That's 20 new cases today in Indian River County. Now, a lot of that is south of the county, Vero Beach and that area. So we got to still keep an eye on Vero Beach and make sure that those numbers don't soar again. It's still low. It's still lower than it was, but we just got to keep an eye on it. And like I said, we're not out of these woods by any means. We have a long way to go to be completely out of the woods. So even when the numbers go back down, all the way down to 100 a day or whatever in Florida, we're still going to have to practice that social distancing. Brevard County has some problems. They have 254 deaths, 8,100 cases. They've had 8 deaths today, and that's concerning. The number of deaths have dropped statewide as well as our local area, but in Brevard County, north of here, Melbourne and West Melbourne and Palm Bay, these numbers are concerning. Don't forget too, Brevard is a very large county. You could actually cut Brevard in half and have 2 counties. It is a huge county that goes all the way north near Nassau, all the way down here to Mico. So it's a very big county with a huge population. So we got to keep that in mind as well. Health officials are still urging us, wear our masks when we are in stores, social distance, and wash our hands regularly. It's working. Hey, I hope you have a great weekend. We are going to come back to you live this weekend. Don't forget, there is a special city council meeting Monday. There's nothing on the agenda for the candidate or the 3 council members. It's basically a budgetary meeting. It's open and shut. So there shouldn't be any more speeches from the 3 council members, but you never know at this point. Will be technically, if they're not recalled on Tuesday, that will be technically their last and final meeting. So that will be Monday starting at 6. Tuesday, don't forget the recall. You have to go out and vote. I'm Andy Hodges coming to you for Sebastian Daily. I hope you have a great weekend.